Will the Gaza peace plan hold? The fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, agreed just days ago, is already facing its first major test. The reason? The delayed release of the bodies of hostages still held by Hamas in Gaza. Until Tuesday, only 8 of the 28 deceased hostages had been returned. In response, Israel has announced that aid flows into Gaza will be cut by half, and the crucial Rafah border crossing with Egypt will remain closed, actions directly affecting the humanitarian situation on the ground. The delay has already sparked fury in Israel, highlighting the delicate balance underlying Donald Trump's 20-point peace plan, which sought to end years of devastating conflict in Gaza. Phase 1 of the US-brokered plan called for Hamas to release all 20 living hostages, as well as the bodies of those who died in captivity. On Monday, Hamas complied with the release of the 20 living hostages. Hours later, the Palestinian militant group released the bodies of 4 slain hostages, including the remains of the only Nepali national, Bipin Joshi. On Tuesday, Hamas released another 4 bodies. The remains were taken to the Abu Kabir Forensic Institute in Tel Aviv for identification, a process that could take up to 2 days. Hamas has informed mediators that 4 more bodies are expected to be transferred on Wednesday. As of now, 20 bodies remain in Gaza, with families in Israel growing increasingly impatient for their return. The delay is reportedly due to the difficulties of finding bodies amid Gaza's war-torn rubble. The International Committee of the Red Cross has confirmed that recovering human remains is far more challenging than releasing living hostages. ICRC spokesperson Christian Cardin emphasized the scale of the challenge, saying the search could take days or even weeks.
There is clear indication that this might take much more time because of the difficulty to find the human remains in Gaza in particular. That's the case for the human remains of hostages, but in general, human remains, as we've discussed before, that may be under the rubble, considering the intensity of the conflict over the last days, particularly in Gaza City.
The organization has deployed 23 additional staff, body bags, and refrigerated vehicles to ensure that the deceased are handled with respect and dignity. All parties involved are urged to prioritize the return of the remains under dignified conditions, maintaining both humanity and respect amid the devastation. The delay has caused widespread anger among Israeli families. The Hostages Family Forum called it a blatant violation of the agreement, insisting that the next stages of the peace plan should not proceed until all remaining bodies are returned. Yael Adar, mother of slain hostage Tamir Adar, expressed her anguish, asking, "Why are the dead bodies less worthy?" Rodham Cooper, whose father Amram remains unrecovered, called on Donald Trump, Qatar, Egypt, and other mediators to pressure Hamas for a timely handover.
I definitely know every family, and I'm deeply emotional with the families. It's definitely moving. But there's no doubt there's a small envy. And I can't even call it a writer's envy, because I can't put it into words.
Well, yesterday, it was the first time when we actually thought there was hope that we'll get Tal back, because it was obvious from the very beginning that the most pressing issue was bringing all the living hostages back. And finally, we got all of them back, which means that Tal is next in line, and there's an agreement. And in the agreement, it says 48 hostages need to be back. And it didn't happen, and we were very let down yesterday.
U.S. President Donald Trump has publicly reiterated his demand for the return of all hostages, highlighting discrepancies in the number of deceased bodies reported by Hamas. The delay is now testing the fragile ceasefire. Israel has halted the reopening of the Rafah border crossing and reduced humanitarian aid shipments from 600 to 300 trucks per day. Fuel and gas will only be allowed for essential humanitarian infrastructure. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz described the lack of progress as a failure to uphold commitments. Sanctions against Hamas are reportedly being considered if the bodies are not returned promptly. Despite these tensions, Arab mediators involved in the negotiations have expressed hope that the peace plan will not collapse. As international mediators work to resolve the deadlock, families await the return of their loved ones, and the world watches closely to see if the Gaza peace plan can withstand its first serious test.
Welcome to Money Control, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy, and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, for India, and for the world. Moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Money Control Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Money Control Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust Moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Money Control.